Greetings fellow Nintendo enthusiasts, it's time for our exciting weekly roundup of all things Nintendo. Whether you're a casual player or a die-hard fan, we've got a plethora of exciting news to share, so let's dive right in. Kicking things off, Nintendo has recently aired an Indie World Showcase, which is always nice, showing off a bunch of variety games in the indie developer scene. One surprise to be seen was Shantae Advance Risky Revolution, being the big highlight of the show. Apparently this game was supposed to release on the Game Boy Advance but never ended up releasing, so yeah, that's cool to finally after all this time be able to play the fully complete game. Additionally, there were some other cool looking games announced too, like Braid Anniversary Edition and Outer Wilds, so yeah, good stuff if you're into indie games. Next up, the Game of the Year nominees are in, and Nintendo has crushed it with multiple games being nominated, especially in the Game of the Year category, as the Game Awards have nominated Tears of the Kingdom and Super Mario Wonder as contenders. Honestly, it's really cool to see two Nintendo games in the running for Game of the Year. Last time this happened was back in 2017 when Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey were both nominated, with Breath of the Wild coming out on top. Additionally, Pikmin 4 has been nominated for Best Family Game, and that's awesome because the Pikmin series deserves all the love it's been getting recently. I just wish Pikmin 4 had co-op mode like Pikmin 3 did. Like Nintendo, you did it right the first time, but alas, that's a topic for another day. I personally think Tears of the Kingdom will be taking home Game of the Year, but what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, real quick guys, we've got more stories coming up, but before we go any further, I would really appreciate if you subscribe to the channel, as subscribing is free and it really helps me create great content like this in the future. And be sure to ring that notification bell so you never miss another news roundup. And don't forget to like the video. Now back with the news. The Pokemon Company and Netflix have put out a trailer showcasing the newest series, Pokemon Concierge, coming out on December 28th, and honestly, it's pretty cute. At first, I wasn't a fan of the claymation art style for the show, but after seeing it more in trailers and in motion, it looks like a super fun time. And come on, that Psyduck is just adorable. So if you're looking for something to do over the winter break, this show is definitely a must-watch, and I hope Netflix adapts more Pokemon shows in the future. Bandai Namco has reportedly opened an independent studio called Studio 2 Studio S, and what's interesting about this is that they currently put out a job listing hiring for experienced developers and making a side view action game. For those who don't know, Bandai Namco has helped develop some of Nintendo's biggest games like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and ARMS. Now, I don't want to get anyone's hopes up, but maybe they are hiring for the next Smash game. Who knows? And let's not forget Sakurai himself said he has no idea in terms of what the next Super Smash game will look like, and I can't imagine Nintendo publishing another Smash game without Sakurai being involved. And at this point, it's just food for thought. The University of Maryland is offering a mechanical engineering course that uses machine design by utilizing The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Students are allegedly given a copy of the game to take home and make all kinds of designs from practical to ridiculous to better learn the core mechanics of engineering, and honestly, I think that's pretty darn cool. And if I was still in college, heck, I would take that course. Black Friday is just around the corner, and major retailer Target has announced their doorbuster deals with discounts on select Nintendo Switch games. You can expect to find Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe, Mario Strikers Battle League, and Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze at the amazing price of just $29.99. Additionally, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, and Luigi's Mansion 3 will be available for $39.99. These are all amazing games, so if you haven't picked them up yet, I 100% recommend them. More Black Friday deals will be posted from other retailers soon, so be sure to keep an eye out. The Super Mario RPG is finally out, and for some reason, Nintendo really didn't want us knowing who developed the game. IGN has posted an article stating that additionally the remake was announced in a Nintendo Direct earlier this year, and there was no indication of who exactly developed the game, just a copyright notice saying it was co-developed by Nintendo and Square Enix. IGN ended up reaching out to both Nintendo and Square Enix, and they were given a response saying to wait until the game is out and check the credits. We finally ended up learning that the game was developed by Arte Piazza, This isn't the first time Nintendo has done something like this, because when the internet was starving to see who was going to be the new voice of Mario going forward, Nintendo said the same thing. It makes you wonder why they're being so secretive of this stuff. That's all for this week's roundup. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this week's news, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Now if you'll excuse me, I have some more Super Mario RPG to play. Okay, bye!